Zach.
And I'm Lindsay.
And this is the Game Forum's first impression of Disintegration on the PS4, the open technical beta.
So for first impressions, what we're going to do is we only get to play 2 hours of the game, and we cannot talk about it until we actually get here and sit and talk about it on this video.
Yeah.
So here we go.
All right. So what did you think?
I kind of had high hopes for this game. Like, I saw the trailers and stuff. I love mech games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like the game has a lot of potential, but I feel like it's not really delivering much on that potential.
That I agree in a way, because like going into this, I was like, I mean, sure, this is it. The trailer looked fine. Mm-hmm. And then when I saw that the studio was founded by the creative director of Halo Reach, I was like, okay, this dude knows what he's doing. At least that's what I thought. But I'm very interested in this game for the campaign, because that tutorial, because like when I played the multiplayer, it was laggy. It was like really laggy, which makes sense.
The multiplayer I thought was like super laggy. I get it's a beta, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like the controls of the craft were really almost like non-responsive.
They were floaty.
Yeah, they were very floaty and very clunky. I felt like, I'm like, oh man, I gotta move out of the way. My guy's like, dur, dur,
yeah.
Dur, dur, dur. I'm like, move!
But in the tutorial, it felt fine. Right? Did it feel better for you?
Not really.
Really?
Like as soon as I got into the game, even in the tutorial, I felt like this was really slow.
Yeah.
And one thing I think they should really, it'd be a quick way to fix some of this, would be A, speed it up a little, and B, give you more than one boost. Because you pretty much get to boost, like you have a boost meter, but then it only gives you one boost. Like there is no, dodge this way, dodge that way. And, if you could do, 2 to 3 boost and have it as a recharging meter, like it doesn't give me enough to where I can really maneuver to do anything.
Yeah, the boost I didn't like. And at first I thought I'd like the little human soldier, or I guess humanoid soldiers that you kind of control. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah, I really like this concept.
But it felt like they didn't do anything.
Okay, I have to say the opposite. I felt like they were way too strong.
Oh, wow.
Like, to me, like, a lot of the weapons on the main ship, like, felt weaker than what my troops had.
Did you play the sideshow, the clown?
Yes.
Did you know that you could switch his colors to the Joker colors?
Really?
Yeah, you could switch to purple and green. I took a picture of it, or a screenshot.
That's cool.
And maybe we could pop it up on the video, but it's it's the actual Joker colors.
Mm-hmm.
His class sucked.
Yeah.
He shoots the bombs, and then you got to press another button for it to
detonate
explode.
them. It's very hard to hit the other ships.
Like,
but his is mainly focused on ground combat.
Yeah.
Another thing I thought was really annoying with the tutorial that it did not really do a good job of explaining is in the tutorial it tells you you can hit triangle to heal.
Yeah.
But that's only on classes that have a healing factor.
Yeah.
It did not say hit triangle to switch weapons or anything like that. It says triangle to heal. Because in the first game I played, I'm like, oh man, I'm damaged. I need to heal. And I'm like, what's happening? And
pull out the ion dispenser thing or whatever.
Well, the class, I can't remember which class it was, but the class I had did not have a secondary weapon. It only had one weapon. So triangle did absolutely nothing. And I was trying to figure out I'm like, am I hitting triangle wrong? Why am I not healing? What is happening?
Oh, man.
And it was really frustrating. And then I picked a different ship, and when I hit triangle, it switched weapons. And I'm like, okay, so each ship is different. That's cool. I like that. But the tutorial did a really bad job of explaining that to me.
Yeah. Also, the directional pad buttons,
Mm-hmm.
like, the tutorial went over 2. But then I played a class where all 4 buttons had a purpose, and I'm like, I don't even know what these are.
Okay, they changed the directional pad buttons, changed depending on how they're the power-ups for your little people running around.
Yeah.
So each person, like, is an ally to you, has a different power-up. and like the clown class has 4, but some of them only have like 2 or 3.
Okay.
So depending on how many people you have helping you, also depends on how many abilities you get and how many special abilities you have as well. So it did not really do a great job of explaining any of that.
No, and it being a technical beta, I wonder if there's going to be another beta or like just something else, because it was fun. I'm definitely interested in there's a campaign, so there has to be like, oh, I wonder what this is, and like the character designs. They all look super cool.
Yeah, no, I like the character
cyberpunk
designs.
one. He's facing the other way, and he's like, I'm like, this looks. And then there's like the
knight. I like the knight faction.
And then there's the lowrider one, and the car had like rims on it. Like whoever came up with this stuff, good job, because that stuff looks super cool.
Yes. Another kind of issue I had with trying to figure stuff out is on the city map where you get to play. Retrieval. It's like a collection thing where it's almost like capture the flag.
Yeah.
You have to collect the things from the points and then send them to the middle rocket thing. It did not tell me how to collect them.
Yeah.
Now what it is your big troop person is the only person who can pick it up.
Yeah.
The first time I got over to an area, I was engaged with somebody else, and my big troop person ended up dying. And so I got to the goal, and there was nobody else guarding it, and I'm like, okay, I need to get the thing out so I can go score.
Yeah.
How do I do it? And it says, like, press R1 to interact, and nothing was happening because my little people could not pick up the core.
Yeah.
Only the big troop could. And I'm like flying over it, trying to ram it, trying to get them to do it. I'm like, what is going on? Why can I not do this? It was not a good explanation. And that was just a very bad circumstance for me to figure out on my first time, because the second time I then figured out, okay, well, he picks it up. I hit R1, he goes over, picks it up, puts it on his back, and I have to guard him. That's really cool. But there was no explainer of only he can pick it up. You can't pick it up yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a situation to where we, joined a match. It was fresh match, just started, and we wiped the enemy team. I mean, they all quit.
Yeah.
And there was, 7 minutes left in the match, and it made us wait that 7 minutes. It didn't,
really? It didn't end the match?
It didn't end the match. It didn't disqualify or forfeit. So we were literally just going around the map in circles for, 7 minutes. But it's like, for everything that we're complaining about, this is a technical beta.
Yeah, it is a technical beta, and like I said, it has a lot of potential in it. I think, good example. I like the city map. It was a good design on it.
Yeah.
It felt open. I did not like the junkyard map at all.
Oh, wow.
To me, that one was, very simple looking. It was way too boxed in. And there was way too much stuff in the way.
Yeah.
Constantly, I would be, fighting somebody else trying to, dodge something or move something and either ram something or get stuck on something. It was just frustrating.
This game would benefit very well if it had destructible environments. And I don't mean, buildings are crumbling realistic, but, the Earth Defense Force where the whole building just kind of collapses. That would be cool. You level out the playing field stuff.
Well, to me, I think what this game really needs is it needs a little bit bigger environments, because you want the ships to be a bit more maneuverable and to kind of have that dogfighting aspect of it where you can be doing something one-on-one. I mean, to me, in some of the environments, it felt like trying to have a dogfight in my kitchen in a recliner. I'm like, I have no room to move. I'm trapped in this tiny hallway. I'm constantly bumping into stuff. I don't really have an opportunity to really do much with it.
No, that's actually a pretty accurate representation of how that game feels. Because it does feel like you're in a recliner. You're just kind of floating around.
Yeah, and I do think your ship needs to have stronger weapons compared to the little units.
Yeah.
Because, I constantly felt like I would be fighting one of the other groups' team of people, and depending on which ship you get, some of the weapons are complete garbage. The knights have it's like a crossbolt thing they launch, and it's like slow to launch. It doesn't really do a lot of damage. It has a curved arc to it. I mean, it's just not a good weapon.
Yeah.
And what was it? One of the other ones had a charging shotgun. I think it was maybe the Clown faction. Either the Clown faction or like the Junkyard looking faction.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It had like a shotgun you could charge up, and I'm like, oh man, this feels like it would do a lot of damage. And I got like almost point blank on an enemy and fired, and it was like one bullet off of like another gun's machine gun. And I'm like, this is way too weak.
Did you play the cyberpunk looking class?
Yeah, I played all the classes once.
The one that has the like 3-round burst type of like sniper rifle thing. Like, you have to be a certain distance in order to get all 3 shots to like actually hit. Because I was having like so much recoil that like the second and third shot were missing completely.
Yeah.
So it's just like there's a lot of issues, but I'm really interested in the campaign because if it's like easy, because that tutorial was a little difficult. Like having to like focus on the people and like shoot them and stuff, it was a little hard. But the campaign I'm definitely interested in. One big thing that I just remembered about the multiplayer is that I hope that this isn't like representative of like the final product. There's no progression. There's no experience.
I am assuming that there would have to be more progression, more unlocks, more customization. Really, the only customization I saw is you can change the color of what the people look like, and you can put like a trinket on your main person.
Yeah.
Like a keychain.
It seemed like a half-baked... It was a good idea that was half-baked.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like, if this is coming out in like a month or two, probably not going to be very good, but if this is coming out in like a little while,
hopefully they use the input from this beta to refine some stuff, because like I said, I really like the idea. I think there's a lot of potential in here, but they're going to need to rework some stuff. Let's see. I looked up a couple things. They had 7 different factions in the game, which is good. It's a good variety.
Yeah, and they all look different.
Yes, they all look very different. And they all play very different. They also had 3 different modes in the list. You couldn't pick them. You could only do the quick play. I got into 2 of the modes. I never got into the third one. There's a zone control that's pretty much domination. Retrieval, which looks like a first person to capture best of 3 flags wins. And collector, it says you collect cans, but I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, I never
didn't get
played
to play
that.
that one.
Huh.
So
I'm definitely interested in seeing where this goes, and I wonder what the price point is.
I would say the price point would have to be $20-ish. If this is a $60 game, I'd say not worth it.
There's no way. No, I would even imagine this might be free, but I don't think so. I think it's a Private Division is publishing, and that's under 2K or Take-Two. Well, I guess 2K is under Take-Two, so it's all together. But it's like it's another publishing branch that they got, and so I'm assuming this isn't free to play unless this is Take-Two's. Like,
if this was free to play and they adapted some of it, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. With it coming with a campaign, though, I don't think that it's going to be free.
Yeah, it might not be free to play if it comes with a campaign. But I would say $20, maybe a little less, depending on the quality of the polish they put on it, would be about where I would put it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I enjoyed it. I don't think I want to find myself playing this.
Yeah, I don't think I'm really going to find myself playing this either. I was really excited based off the trailer, but it just feels too slow. Your regular unit does not have enough firepower to equal the smaller units. Oh, and one more thing too.
Yeah.
The smaller units, you know how you're supposed to be able to select an area for them to go and fight and stuff like that?
Yeah.
There's like a drop-off to where that cursor can go to. Because there would be some times where I would like be trying to tell them to go to the edge of an area and kind of guard that opening.
Yeah.
And I would click there, but where it would immediately highlight to was much closer. So,
Wow.
so there's like a bit of a difference, and even that, and that seems to be like the main focus of the game is maneuvering your soldiers into different positions, because in a lot of ways they seem stronger than you are, especially with the special abilities baked in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, I hope the best. Especially coming from such a renowned creative director, at least with the Halo franchise. I'm excited to see where it goes. Hopefully, I mean, this could just be just a bad technical beta. It didn't perform well.
I think the best way they could have redone this, like I said, is open the maps up, make your main unit a little bit stronger, fix some of the issues with like the targeting and stuff. I think the best game I could compare this to, or what it's trying to do, would be like Freedom Fighters from the PlayStation 2. That game was amazing.
Yeah.
Where you used like a control over units to go take bases.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't seem to be quite up to that level. It seems a bit more limited in what it's trying to do. We'll just have to see what they end up doing with it by launch.
Yeah.
So
hopefully we'll cover this more to the future. We'll look into it, see what's going on. And I think that about does it for our first impression of Disintegration's open beta on PS4.
Yep.
That's all. I'm Zach.
And I'm Lindsay.
We're the Game Forum.